pause menu is pause.
Yep. Again, back when I was like first doing recordings.
And that's fine. Also explain why the last few parts are about like a
crap
or more than a half an hour long.
Well, I'm sorry, I had to take a dump. Where's Chris when you need him?
He's off at some sort of band meeting. In fact, he's actually getting off that in about a minute from now.
And then?
Then what?
Exactly. Well, they're now in the Gotham City Police Department's. Well, you would think that the front door we entered would actually be like the entrance to the main lobby, but apparently not. It leads directly to the laboratories where they do all their testings and shit.
The architecture in this place is fucking weird.
Hey, dude, honestly, you played the first one. Well, not the first one, but Arkham Origins, and you can't help but feel like they kind of pulled it out of their ass instead of actually trying to maybe elaborate on where the hell everything is. They like completely deleted this section, which is technically the front of the GCPD.
I have no idea. I know what you're trying to say. You want the building architectures and everything like that to be more consistent with each other, but remember, this is
or just come up with some bullshit reason of why it looks like it's really fucked up.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do that though, because this is different developers and whatnot. They could do it, but nope, they don't decide to.
I won't lie, with the building and stuff in the newest game is actually quite amazing. We'll get into that later, but
where's Freeze?
Just like these subtle things that you like going, can't believe they actually missed that.
Yeah, I do like the police building in Arkham Origins. It's a lot more bigger, more exploration than anything else.
Other than that, we're here to try and find Mr. Freeze, and if you haven't known him ever, he is a supervillain. Well, can you really say supervillain? He's kind of like an anti-hero. He just wants to save his life.
I label him more as an anti-hero as well too, because he only just cares about curing his wife's disease.
If you guys don't know this, Mr. Freeze, the reason why he is the way he is because he tried to cryogenically freeze his wife. An accident happened, making him turn into this, well, I guess frost giant, frost person. That now he can only survive in extremely low temperatures. So what you would consider snow temperature, he calls a summer day.
Cobblepot's obviously bribed some official into giving him the lock codes for the municipal structures. I'm downloading
that's the only way he can survive is in those kind of in temperatures below zero. And every time he gets into conflict with Batman, it usually the main reason is because he's trying to get the money or the necessary parts to make a cure for his wife.
Yeah.
Which, in truth, you can't help but feel sorry for him. It's like, why doesn't Batman help him try and find a cure? But really, Freeze just keeps digging himself a bigger hole every time.
Well, even I will say this because we will get into this character development with Batman later once we actually get to where Mr. Freeze is that Batman's a little bit harsh in this story, but I can't imagine what it would be like for a person who knows that they have a disease in them that could pretty much kill them at any second.
Dude, personally, I actually do kind of see where Batman comes from at this point when it comes to this. You really don't want to fucking die, and if you're not going to let anyone stop you, so I can understand where that's coming from. I'm just saying, like, out of all the other incidents with our Sub-Zero friend, kind of. Well, actually, if you ever do more the DC versus Mortal Kombat, it's kind of funny. What ends up happening if you play like the whole story endings of each character. Apparently, Batman inspires Sub-Zero to become the Batman of his universe.
Yeah, well,
I'm not joking. If you play Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe and you play like the whole, you know how every time when you beat this the tower with a specific character, you get their like version of the ending. Well, apparently Batman inspired Sub-Zero during the whole incident until their universes were separated to become a hero and be. So it basically became the frozen version of Batman who has ice powers.
yeah, that's hilarious. But I try to forget Mortal Kombat versus DC like a bad tumor.
It kind of is. Although it was the upgrade to the whole, it was the prequel to basically the Injustice game when it came to fighting style and all that.
Yeah. Well, that's I don't remember who developed the Mortal Kombat vs. DC game, but I know that
it was the Mortal Kombat people.
Is it the same people?
Yeah, the same people for Mortal Kombat did the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe along with the Injustice game.
I really want to check that out because I don't think NetherRealms touch Mortal Kombat versus DC. I think that was someone completely different.
No, it was NetherRealms.
You sure? Because I can see the comparisons when it comes to Mortal Kombat 9 and Injustice and everything like that. But for Mortal Kombat versus DC, I'm not too sure. But then again, it's been forever since I touched that game.
Mortal Kombat versus DC, I think came. I'm not sure. Did it come before or after Mortal Kombat Remake 1, not 9, Remake 1?
It's Mortal Kombat 9.
Well, technically it is 9.
It is 9.
You just basically restarted though.
Yeah, it's pretty much a reboot to the series. And
while still saying it's number 9.
And while still saying it's 9. So technically, yeah, in some sort of way, it's 9, and yet it isn't.
It's a pre-sequel. Wait, what would we call a prequel and a sequel that's together? We have to come up with a name. I call it pre-sequel, but that just means it's a pre-made sequel, I think. I don't know.
I thought you said priest sequel. Like, what the hell? What does religion have to do with this? I don't know.
Pre-squeal. There we go. Pre-squeal.
Pre-squeal.
It's a prequel that's also a sequel. I don't know. I'm actually just trying to combine words here at this point. But yeah, we just came out of the church. Riddler has all the people we saved. Go figure. He just fucks things up more. Honestly, Riddler, don't really care for him.
They really
just that. Yeah.
They overdo the Riddler trophies in here a bit. There's twice as much Riddler trophies as they were in the first Arkham game.
Oh, you want to hear something that was somewhat a guy who actually wanted to write a story on the whole Batman and Riddler thing? While I was working at Dreamworld Comics, one of my customers, he always tries to get inspiration for writing comics. He's also being published by some company right now. I haven't spoken to him for a while yet for his own stories. Anyway, he really wants to do his own version of Batman. And we brainstormed ideas together, and it would ultimately be Riddler actually saving Batman from himself. Like some story where Batman finally gives up. He basically becomes what the Joker wants him to become, a murderous psychopath. And it's up to the Riddler, the only person who could actually challenge him mentally and probably, at this point, physically, since he's killed off most of his original enemies, to try and bring him back. And this is years after Riddler gave up and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna live my life. So kind of like a whole redeeming story for both of them. I don't know if he actually got around to doing it or if he's even getting published for that one. I hope he is, because I want to read it. Actually be a nice twist. It'd actually be a nice twist. One of the most insignificant villains of Batman's universe, saving him.
I don't think Riddler's that insignificant. There's a lot more insignificant Batman villains than Riddler himself.
Okay, famous insignificant.
What did he do?
How about that?
Or how about one of the more well-known villains that's significant?
I guess.
Again, the more famous insignificant villain. Because really, whenever you have Riddler involved, Batman just goes, "All right, here's the riddle. I've stopped you. Later." While Joker, that's what I'm going on a murder spree. God damn it, Joker, get back here! Bang. Oh, shit. Now I'm going to get my spine broken again. Poison Ivy? Must resist urge to bone.
Does he ever have any sort of affair with Ivy herself?
It's the Riddler.
Oh, hell, I don't think so.
I don't think
I
he
didn't want
does.
to do it, but he made
Yeah,
me.
the only person who
had my
Batman
friend
actually even has any
stuck a
relationship
knife in his
in any
leg.
comics is
It means
Talia
it's all
al
my fault,
Ghul, the daughter of
but he was
Ra's al
gonna kill
Ghul,
him.
which
Where is
actually at this point,
He's insane.
sorry spoiler
He
if you
told
haven't
me
been
to get
keeping up in
everyone out of the
comics, is
church. He
dead
said they'd all die if I
after
didn't.
trying to
I
destroy
was scared.
Batman and his Batman
can't blame
Incorporated.
me.
He actually got involved.
You're safe now.
This
He
is where
told me to
Damian
tell
Wayne
you
comes in.
something.
Damian Wayne
was
isn't
very,
actually
very
Batman's
specific.
technically
It's just some numbers.
birth son. He's a test tube baby
325.
with his DNA and
I have
Talia's
no idea what they
DNA.
mean.
Ultimately,
They sound like
he
a
chose
radio
to
frequency.
stay by Batman's side instead of his mother's, and that kind of made her go batshit crazy. She nearly destroys the world doing so, kills her son in the process, and Batman just goes batshit crazy, going, "Alright, fuck this. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with trying to deal with you, Talia al Ghul. You're gonna die." Except he's not the one who kills her. He can't kill her. He's too in love with her.
Interesting.
But now they're gonna play off the whole Catwoman is the ultimate future for Batman.
Yes,
that he and she are going to be together no matter
You
what.
something, right?
Yeah, it's just a box. I don't know
Because
what it does.
they introduced
I'll
characters
figure it out.
from
You should
another
head back to the
universe's
church.
DC
You'll be
Comics,
safer there.
and yay, the Enigma machine. We scan it and we don't need it anymore. It's a piece of crap.
Yep.
But on that topic, if you guys read the Earth 2 comics, hold on.
Bless you.
Ah, God. Yeah. If you read Earth 2 comics during the beginning part where Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman actually die, and they stay dead in Earth 2, they're like Marvel's version of the Ultimate Comics. When a hero dies, they stay dead. Well, Batman did in fact have a family during this in the Earth 2, which is, if for some reason, somewhat a little bit in the future compared to
Riddler's
Earth
lives in
1,
Arkham
which
City.
is where the
He's
real
taken the
universe
guards
is
from the
at,
church
the
hostage.
main universe that everyone reads. And his daughter, along with Supergirl,
Revenge.
escape that
He's leaving
universe
me radio
into
frequencies, and
the
he gave me
they
a device
pursue an
to
enemy
decode his
into the
riddles.
Earth 1
They lead to
universe.
map references within
Supergirl
Arkham City.
becomes Power
I'll
Girl,
let you know how I get
and
on.
Robin, who is Batman's daughter at the time, the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, who unfortunately passed away as well, becomes the Huntress. So yeah.
This is all convoluted shit to me because I haven't been keeping up with anything, so that's the thing.
It's just like more backstory since they restarted the universe, and you know what? I actually kind of like it because it shows that, hey, in this universe, Batman actually did have a life outside of crime fighting. Well, not really, but he had a life instead of just beating the shit out of some guy every day of the week until he grew old, and then had some biological clone named Gary, or Gary, where the fuck his name is in Batman Beyond, to take his
Terry.
place. Derry, Jerry, Fairy, Gary. I don't care. I don't care. Something happened.
Shit. That's what.
Yeah, actually, to me, that is actually somewhat of a good breather for me. And you know what? In Earth 2, Batman's the one who saved the world. While Superman and Wonder Woman died first, Batman saved the world. Then he died.
You don't mess with the motherfucking Batman.
Yeah, now there's a new Batman character, and they just taken the Batman from the Flashpoint Paradox series and brought him into Earth 2, except it's not Bruce Wayne's father, it's some other jackass.
Yeah, last year a lot of comics decided to do the whole universe restart button.
A lot of, well, actually, Marvel Comics, they actually haven't done a restart button. They just gone with updated version. They didn't really restart it, but they basically just updated its story. While DC, they actually did a whole restart with Infinite Crisis. All the other universes were kept being destroyed, and the two universes had to join together just to survive.
Yeah, well, the Sonic the Hedgehog comics also went through a whole universe reset too.
Oh, really? What did they have to possibly reset?
They had to reset the series only because an old writer decided to go on a suing stampede with the fucking Archie comics. So because of that, and he won.
The Archie.
Archie Comics is the one who make the Sonic the Hedgehog comics. You didn't know?
Oh shit! Dude, I didn't even think Archie was a thing anymore, except for like maybe these old school things that the boss, that my original boss at Dreamworld brought in because he bought people's collections and shit to sell.
Archie Comics still exists. Seriously, like the original Archie series is like on its like what 700th issue or so. They've been around for a long time, and they're the ones who published this Sonic the Hedgehog comics. And because of Ken Penders is the reason why that Ian Flynn, the current writer now, has to go through a whole universe restart. He had all these things planned for most of these characters, but Ken Penders got butthurt. He decided to copyright the characters, so now a lot of the stories that he originally had for them, he had to scrap it, and they decided to just restart the whole universe altogether.
What did he get so butthurt over?
Well, from what I heard, it was because of Archie Comics. Since they've had the comics, the Sonic comics for a long time, people can't access the old comics anymore. There's no collector's sets or anything like that, but they have this thing called the Archives volumes, where they take the old comics, republish them, get the ink work a lot better and everything like that, so it looks more crisper and clean. So that way, you can look back at like issue like 4, issue like 13 of like the Sonic the Hedgehog comics and everything like that. And when he was writing the comics at the time, he was doing the Knuckles comics. He did every single issue of the Knuckles comics, and apparently, for what I heard, is that Archie Comic did an Knuckles Archives as well too, and because they didn't tell him that they were doing that, he got a little bit of butthurt about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of turned into a bit of a 4-year-old when it came to that situation. That's what I heard. I'm not too sure what the true story is, but god damn him. Now a lot of characters are pretty much removed from the comic because he decided to claim copyright. Mostly all the Echidna characters. Really pisses me off.